Like and subscribe right now, or you're gonna have terrible luck next week. When news is being broadcast live on TV, there's no way to know what might happen. What starts out as a boring news report can soon turn into something scary or unexplainable. And sometimes things the public wasn't supposed to see are accidentally broadcast to millions of people around the world. Here are the 10 scary videos caught on live TV news. Number 10. Disappearing woman. You never expect to see someone vanish before your eyes even blink, but you especially don't expect anyone to be able to disappear live on TV news in front of millions of viewers. But that's exactly what happened in 2016. The Danish TV station SportsCenter was interviewing a man at an airport. The interview is pretty boring, but it's what's happening behind the man that made headlines worldwide. Pay close attention to this blonde woman in the background. 1 second she's there, and the next she's not. The video was soon posted online and gained millions of views. It caused many to say that this was a glitch in the Matrix. How is it possible for a woman to simply vanish live on TV? Some speculate the woman simply walked away as the other woman with a trolley walked in front of her, but I find this very unlikely. She would have had to time it perfectly, and she's also taller than the woman in front of her. This meant she would have had to walk at the same angle while crouching as well. To make things even more baffling, this was never followed upon. The disappearing woman never came forward, and to this day we still don't know if she's re-emerged. Before we move on, we've got a speed challenge for you. If you subscribe to Top 10 Videos and hit the bell icon in the next 5 seconds, you'll win 10 years of incredible luck. Give it a shot, it actually works. Number 9. Lightning strikes. One of the most dangerous jobs in the news is being a weather reporter. That is, one who dares to go into the field and report live on the scene, because they often risk their lives to capture amazing or scary weather phenomena. One day this happened to a Fox reporter named Matt Rodewald. He is doing a report on flooding and lightning happening in the area. That's when various cars get stuck in a flash flood. If lightning were to strike this water, then the people would be electrocuted. That's when all of a sudden behind Matt is a gigantic lightning strike. The lightning was only a few meters away from Matt, and if this hit him there's a good chance he would have not survived. Number 8. Helicopter crash. An ABC News helicopter was flying over Brooklyn. They're doing a normal report, but that's when something goes terribly wrong. The pilot loses control of the helicopter, and the helicopter begins to spin around and rapidly descends, and eventually the helicopter crashes onto a rooftop. Amazingly, everyone survived. This has to be one of the luckiest moments ever caught on live news. Number 7. Zombie warning. Emergency broadcasts are always scary. They're normally used to warn about dangerous weather or, in some cases, potential missile launches. But one day people watching KRTV were stunned, scared, and confused. This was after a very mysterious emergency message was played.
Civil authorities in your area have reported that the bodies of the dead are rising from their graves and attacking the living. Follow the messages on screen that will be updated as information becomes available.
Thousands of people in Montana watching this have heard the warning. Of course, a zombie warning does sound unlikely, but because it was on TV, and it sounded very realistic, many believed it to be true. 911 was flooded with phone calls asking about a zombie outbreak, but of course, this was not real. Instead, the TV station said their broadcast system had been hacked. But 3 questions remain about who did this? How did they do it? And why? Some believe the hacking excuse is a cover-up story, and that something really did happen. Just 3 years after this aired, a U.S. Department of Defense document was leaked. It was called Coup 888, and it detailed how the U.S. military would react to a zombie apocalypse. So maybe they know something that we don't. Either way, this is still a very scary warning message to be broadcast live on TV. Number 6. Light orb. This incredibly mysterious video was broadcast live on TV in Russia. A news reporter is delivering a fairly routine story. But that's when something incredibly mysterious happens behind her.
Страна подвергается все большей опасности. Только за последние 350 лет...
Подвеска, смотри.
Ой, ничего себе! Что это? Вау! Блин!
Bright light can be seen in the sky, and it's pointed out by her camera operator. The reporter seems incredibly shocked and says wow, as the orb flies away into the sky. The light seems incredibly intense. It physically lights up the area around it, and according to me, it's not an edited video. After all, this was broadcast live on Russian TV, and it's very hard to add special effects to a live video. After this was broadcast on live TV, Russian social media exploded with theories. Some speculated this was a real-life angel, and of course, some said this was a sign of alien life, but to this day we still don't know what caused the light orb. There is a possibility this was a naturally occurring light source, but as of yet, this very mysterious broadcast is unexplained. Do you believe in aliens? Maybe they are around. Number 5. Suspect speed off. News reporters sometimes go to great lengths to get the scoop, and sometimes this involves putting themselves in danger. One day a CBS reporter breaks a news story. He's talking about the discovery of 3 bodies. He was in a very dangerous area, but that's when something more creepy happens behind him live on TV. A car emerges down the empty dark street he's filming on, and the occupants are presumably watching the reporter.
Suspect yet either.
Yeah, still a lot of questions to be answered here, Jake, but Jake, are you okay?
That's when the car rapidly accelerates. Many theories have sprung up saying that the driver was the person who committed the crime being reported on. He may have returned to the scene of the crime, and maybe he did this to interrupt the news report, or maybe he scared the reporter into not reporting the story. But of course, what the driver did not know was that this was being broadcast live on TV. The reporter is very scared and runs off camera, and judging by his co-hosts' faces, they're scared for his life too. Number 4. Lucky reporter. In California, a Fox News reporter is doing a regular broadcast on the side of a road. That's when one of the cars on the road loses control. The car approaches the reporter at high speed.
And confusing situation for
But luckily the reporter moves out of the way just in time. It's a good thing he's fast on his feet. If he'd noticed this car just seconds later, then he'd be done for. But luckily the reporter and camera operator both escaped unscathed. Number 3. Magic or trick. The Pope often does addresses from his window in Vatican City. These are broadcast on TV to Catholics all over the world, but in April of 2020, one of these broadcasts made headlines for something strange occurring. After the Pope finishes his speech, he turns around to go back inside, but instead of walking away as normal, he appears to vanish into thin air. People slowed down the video and realized the Pope did seem to simply vanish. Some said this could have been edited, but this was being broadcast live. Theories quickly sprung up about this being a hologram and not the actual Pope. Others thought maybe he's more divine than everyone expected, and this was some kind of miracle. Some said that because this was during the pandemic, maybe he did not want to be out in public, so to make sure he was safe they used a hologram instead. I find this unlikely, but how do you explain the Pope disappearing? Some called this a glitch in the Matrix. Before we move on, I've got a little challenge for you that'll take me 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal: you just leave a like on this video, smash that subscribes button, and hit the notification bell, and you'll get 15 years of amazing luck. Try it, it really works. Number 2. White House ghost. This news clip goes back a few years to when Obama was president. But despite it being old, it remains unexplained to this day. Obama and Vice President of that time Joe Biden are doing a press conference about Syria, but that's when in the window behind Obama, a strange face can be seen. The creepy face appears to be cloaked in a black hood, and the face looks slightly human, but there's something not quite right. Many said this could prove the White House is haunted. The face appears to be watching Barack Obama for most of the conference. Some theorize the face was simply a reflection of something happening on the White House lawn, but other people have enhanced this image and said that's not the case. After enhancements, it does appear like the image is coming from inside the glass. The actual reflections appear to be much more transparent, and they also move around a lot more while this face remains perfectly still. What do you think this is? A ghost or something else? This is not the first time people have said the White House is haunted. In 2009, Michelle Obama said that she and Barack would often hear strange noises in the White House. And they would often joke that the house was haunted. President Harry Truman and Prime Minister Winston Churchill are also said to have seen specters inside the White House. So maybe this is one of the first actual sightings of a White House ghost caught on camera. Number 1. Storm Drain Interview. A very creepy clip has been going around social media in past. The video shows a Channel 6 News reporter entering a storm drain. That's when she comes across a man unhoused, living inside the drain. She bravely goes up to him and asks, "Are there other people that live down here with you?"
Are there other people that live down here with you?
The man only replies with the words "Ratman" in a very scary voice. The guy is covered in dirt and he's been living in the sewers for some time. But although this scary news clip looks convincing, it's actually from a movie called VHS 94. This has been shared on TikTok a lot, and that many believed it's a real news report. But I still thought I'd include it because I want to clarify that not all the things you see on the internet are true. Must check things by yourself too before giving your trust in it. But based on the other clips we've seen, I think it's safe to say that sometimes reality is scarier than fiction. But now, this is the end of the video. Comment down below, which incident is scarier according to you? Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Press the bell icon for more amazing videos.